It's a handy little device.
Isn't it? This is a flip video. Have you seen
video,
it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I haven't.
You haven't. Well, it's
No,
new.
no, I saw it.
It's really not intimidating at all once you get the hang of it. We're in Portland, Oregon at Sippin' Crayons, and you know who I am, but everybody at home doesn't know who you ladies are.
I'm AJ, and this is Serpa.
And AJ and Serpa,
Serpa.
I beg your
S-I-R-P-A.
Oh my gosh, on the
That's
third
okay.
time is the charm. AJ and Serpa. Well, it's not a common name. You don't hear that very much.
No.
So, the both of you have been together as partners for how long?
2 years.
Oh, no way. More, I would say 5 years that we finally decided to stop playing that little dance.
What's that little dance?
You know, where you don't want to admit it. You know, we've been friends since 1979, best of friends. We had a short time of falling out, and we kind of reunited when she was in Finland and she came here to work in Seattle. It's been a number of years ago now, and yeah, through thick and thin, here we are.
So, how did you know that you wanted to be together? What was that factor? Was it chemistry?
I just think that when you're with somebody that it's easy to be with and you don't have to work hard and it just happens naturally, and I think that really it's about being best friends. That's what I think.
Serpa, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, to have a relaxed relationship, I guess that's and feeling good to be together and being doing stuff together. Not necessarily even doing that much together, but just feeling
The
comfortable.
ease,
Yeah,
right.
I think for us, we can just be sitting at home watching TV or on our laptops, not even talking to each other, and we're still happy.
Right,
You know,
that's
there's
nice.
not that rub or that constant pressure that you have to be somebody or do something or.
Have you had a relationship like that, either one of you, where it was a lot of work, a lot of pressure?
Absolutely, I have.
I'm a relationship free so far, so none for me.
So you
She has no
avoided
baggage.
it.
She has no
Yes.
baggage.
No baggage.
No
How
baggage.
novel.
Yeah,
Yes.
isn't
Ah.
that nice? And I've had high maintenance relationships, a couple of them that are just, you know, you're just tired. You don't want to go home. Everything's stressed. Just you don't really want to. You know, I travel a lot for my work normally, and you know when you just assume stay an extra 2 or 3 days in a hotel room by yourself, that's sterile and not necessarily a great place just to hang out, and you're alone, and you don't want to go home. I think that's a bad sign.
What do you think the number 1, 2, and 3 criteria for a great relationship is?
I would say friendship, respect, and commitment. Those would be mine.
How about you, Serpa?
Yeah, I mean, friendship for sure helps a lot and brings a long way the relationship forward. And trust and humor, I guess.
Humor.
Yeah, that's true. We laugh a lot.
Yes. What kind of commitment do you have?
I think that we'll, you know, like we have to do this cafe together and just, you know, live life together through thick and thin, you know. It's all about family and each other and friends and, you know, but that at the end of the day that you just have your best friend there. That's what it is for me.
Have you made a commitment to each other?
Yes. She says no.
Serpa
I
says
say yes.
no.
Serpa prefers to not label anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm a solo person.
She prefers
Yeah.
just to not label it and, you know, let's leave it alone. And I think that works better for her.
Yep. Sure does.
And
I think the big thing is privacy.
Got it.
There's a huge privacy aspect to Serpa.
I can appreciate that. Is that the way you were raised or the way that you've always been?
I think that's the way I've always pretty much been. There's also the way I've been raised, but I've always been the shy one and I don't want to be the center of the attention, or I don't want to, I'm not the person who wants to tell about myself to anybody.
Yeah.
I'm fine with chit-chatting with,
Sure.
you know, like regular stuff, but not about me.
Yeah, I get it. And
Yeah, Serpa prefers that, you know, yeah, it totally does, I mean, it doesn't bother me at all, but I think the privacy thing, and I think that I think it's difficult to I think if one of us was a guy, it would be really easy.
I was just
But
going to
not
ask you
everybody's-
that.
But I would say that not everybody in the world is comfortable with being open.
Are you comfortable being in an alternative relationship? I think that's what people are calling it now.
Yeah, I can't answer for you.
How about you, Sirpa?
Oh, I have my moments, but I would say about the privacy that regardless whether I'm whatever relationship it is or whatever issue it is about me, I'm not there to share it. So
Sure.
it's not about the
Right.
relationship.
Yeah, I think for me, I think having known Sirpa since I was 14 years old, it's not complicated for me. You know, she likes privacy, and I don't have an issue with that. As long as I get to be who I am without constraint.
Yeah.
And you know, if I talk and I share my own story, and I think that's really fine. As long as I just kind of let her do her own thing, well, everything's good. So
What
it
I
keeps it
know,
easy.
yeah, for the last 25 years, what I noticed is a lot of people want what you have. They're looking, sincerely looking for a relationship, somebody to spend their life with, to share their life with, to leave corporate America and pursue a dream. And you both have done that, and it seems like one day at a time, as they say, successfully done it. And we're curious, my husband and I get asked quite often, are you guys for real? Are you really that happy? You know, people want to know, they want to be close to and understand what it takes to hold people together. So I'm really grateful that you're giving us the opportunity to get a little personal, because it really does help people. They don't always know. They think chemistry, right? They think
It's not about that.
whatever they grew up thinking it takes. So my husband and I decided to go and find out
Yeah.
and to see what all the relationships maybe had in common, you know? So that's my purpose.
I think friendship, I think you have to be best friends in life. That's what it is for me. If you have to tiptoe or be on guard, or if you have to change who you are to your core to accommodate another person, if you're always biting your tongue, or you just can't, just be yourself. Like if Sirpa, if I constantly forced her to be an extrovert, that wouldn't work, right?
Yeah.
And if I was forced into being an introvert, that wouldn't work either. So it's nice that somebody talks, and it's usually me.
If you had some bit of advice to give to folks out there right now, particularly folks in an alternative situation, looking for love, what would you say to them?
I would probably say what my grandmother told me many, many years ago, which is when I was a kid, she was married for, I think, 70 years, and that old adage, never go to bed angry, I think goes a long way. Anger is, to me, a poison. It's a cancer of a relationship, and if you can't sleep peacefully, or you're stressed out, or you have silence amongst each other, I think that's a killer.
How about
I
you?
think the respect and trust, those are the two things that you should aim to. I think those are very important, at least for me.
Got it.
You can't forget to say thank you, or I appreciate you, or you did a good job. I think those things, especially if you work together or do a business like this, you have to be able to tell each other objectively, I didn't really like how you did that project, without hurting that person's feeling, and that can only really come through respect.
Well, thank you both very much, and thank you for letting me invade your privacy.